guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be playing a little bit of Space Invaders on the Atari 2600. Of course, we're celebrating the Atari's 50th anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. Atari's been around for 50 years now. Well, we're talking about the company, not necessarily the system I'm playing on. Anyways, yeah, there's been a lot of talk in the retro gaming community about the Atari. And I thought, let's play one of the more iconic games from the systems, and that would be Space Invaders. This game was like the big thing of the day back when late 70s. I would say it was obviously when Atari was out, and Space Invaders was one of the bigger games in the arcades. And I think a lot of people, when they saw that you could get that game on the Atari and actually play it at home, a lot of people rushed out and bought Ataris at that point. You know, you talk about certain games that sell systems, and this was probably one of them. I can imagine a lot of people just ran out just to get this game. And then later on explore what else was on the system. So let's just take a look here. So we got all these different options here. And that's one thing that I always neglect to do when I play this game. I always end up just playing it on option 1. But the game comes with like all these different options. I guess they call it games, but they're really just options here. So I think that this is, it looks like their bullets are going weird. We got the moving shields, and it looks like they're shooting faster on this one. I think the one in the top right corner there, that's the amount of players. So yeah, you got all these different things. You got the crazy moving shields. Now you got them invisible. Can you imagine that, playing invisible? You just kind of have to keep shooting and hope you get them. But yeah, okay, so now we're into the 2-player options. So guess it runs through them all, and then you go back to the 1-player option. Let's try something interesting. Let's try, I don't know how far we're gonna go here. This looks like my cable's just getting messed up here. This isn't one of my better Atari systems that I hooked up here. Look at that. We're up to the 57, 58, 59, 60. Like, that's a lot of options. Oh, there goes my cable again. Good old retro consoles. Let's just, let's just reset here. Alright, well, let's try the moving. There we go. Still not 100% there on my video cable there. I don't know. This video cable I'm using, it's a really good shielded cable, and I'm using it for my Intellivision, so I just popped it out of the Intellivision and put the Atari on. My space down here is kind of cluttered up, so it's not easy for me to switch between systems right now. Because I was thinking, I should be playing some more other stuff like ColecoVision. I got my ColecoVision over there. I need to start playing that a little bit more. Yeah, the shields, sometimes I find the shields could be more of a hindrance than anything else. They just kind of get in the way of your own bullets. Oh, I got this UFO. But I got creamed by... Okay, let's keep going here. Sometimes I even try to actively destroy all the shields just so I have better, chances of hitting the aliens instead of or the invaders, I should say, instead of the shields themselves. Now they start to go mental when you get closer to the bottom. Or, sorry, not when they get closer to the bottom, when there's a lot of them eliminated. I believe that's due to the coding, the game coding. It's not actually a design that way. It was due to the fact that once there's hardly any invaders left, the program just is, the speed of it can't handle just having the one on the screen. So it speeds up. Let's see what else do we got here. Let's try 3. Okay. Oh yeah, see, the bullets are all going crazy. They're not just going straight down. They're like going in some kind of crazy random pattern there. See if we can get the UFO again. As I said in the past, I missed it. As I've said in the past, you know, I didn't have Space Invaders when I was a kid. I had Space Armada, which is the Intellivision's version of it. You know, they had to replicate quite a few titles and just trying to change the name because they didn't have the licensing at the time to call the game Space Invaders, so they made Space Armada. It's the same game. I mean, same idea. Aliens coming down from space. You think about a lot of games that came out, started to like replicate other games, and you know, games like Demon Attack and what else is there? There's a few. Especially on the Atari that kind of have the same concept as Space Invaders. One thing I always like with the Intellivision is the color choices. I mean, this is a little bit more true to the arcade, I guess. You know, but the arcade itself was, I believe they were just green. So, I mean, the same kind of, you know, kind of look to it. Uh-oh, these guys getting very low. Okay. And the sounds are pretty simple. I mean, there's nothing overly complicated about them, but it sounds good. There you go, marching along. I was never really that great of a Space Invader player. There we go. We got him. We got him. No! And I got destroyed. Ah. See, my score's not the greatest here. I usually only get to like the second stage, and then it's like, I'm doomed. Okay, let's just for fun try, let's try the Invisible Invaders. Okay. Oh, okay, so they they show up for a slight second when you hit one. So I guess if you have really good memory, not me, I'm terrible. I forget everything. I wish I could remember stuff. I'm always getting in trouble from the wife about not remembering things. You know, they tell you something and you're like, yeah. Or could it just be I don't pay attention enough? I don't know. Maybe that's it. Okay, I don't know where to shoot. Oh, geez. I just got killed. Try that again. Oh. Let's go. You also have to keep in mind that they're moving too, so I guess I should try for the ones on the bottom first. You know, if you keep hitting them, they'll pretty much be on the screen. Oh, did I get the UFO? If you can manage to keep hitting them, you can you can still see them for a little bit longer. But once you stop firing, or once you start missing, oh no, I'm getting Space Invader thumb. I always like to think of that scene on The Simpsons with Groundskeeper Willie when he said he got a crippling arthritis due to Space Invaders, and Marge was like, "Oh, that's a pretty fun video game," and he's like, "Video game?" He thought he was actually saving the Earth. Oh, I take it I died. That sucks. Yeah, that's just not possible at all. Let's try one more setting here. Okay, so we tried that one. I think we tried that one. Okay, so this is the moving one with the crazy bullets. So let's just do this one. There we go. The Atari I'm using today is the Atari 2600 Junior. That's the one that came out, I think it came out in the late 80s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it was the 90s. I think it was late 80s when it came out. Maybe even 89, or I don't know. But it was a time when Nintendo was dominating the video game market already, and Atari still wanted a slice of that, and they wanted to hit the people who didn't want to spend a lot of money on video games. So they came out with that Junior, which was like, I think at the time there were like $50 for the system or something like that. That was my first Atari, actually, that I owned. I mean, I played Atari when I was a kid. I had friends that had the 2600, but you know, as far as owning one, that was the Junior when it came out. And I remember because I bought that one. I bought it with that and Keystone Capers, and what else did I buy at the time? And Midnight Magic, because I thought that looked cool. So you can see I didn't do too well. I don't know why this keeps glitching. Anyways, yeah, so that's me playing Space Invaders. Still an iconic game. You know, I kind of like to play it every once in a while. It's never been one of my more fun games to play, but like I always like games like Keystone Capers a little bit more when I play on, you know. I also like games like Mousetrap and Adventure. There's a few of them that are really, really fun. You just got to keep playing every once in a while. The other thing that I just want to throw in there is, I think I've talked about this before, but this game would be awesome if you could use the paddle controllers. It would have been such a great fit for this game to be able to just, you know, use that instead of a joystick itself. But whatever. I mean, that's what we got. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Throw some comments down below. Talk to you later.